Hello, my name is Donnie Hayes, and I am a data management application engineer on the Vault team at KETIV. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Autodesk Vault Job Processor. I'm going to answer the following questions. What is the Vault Job Processor? Why do you want to implement the job processor into your Vault workflow? What's required to set up the job processor? And finally, I'll show you how to set up and start using it. But before we jump into that, if you're looking for more ways to optimize your Vault, grab our guide, 4 tips to maintain a healthy Autodesk Vault. So let's talk about Job Processor. What is it? The Autodesk Vault Job Processor is a background service that automates tasks such as creating PDFs, converting files, synchronizing properties, and handling lifecycle state changes within Autodesk Vault. When a user performs an action like releasing a file or checking it in, a job is added to the job queue. The job processor monitors the queue and executes jobs in order, offloading resource-intensive tasks to a dedicated machine to improve performance and efficiency. It supports custom jobs through the Autodesk Vault API, allowing businesses to automate specialized workflows and ensure consistency while reducing manual effort. So you can look at the job processor as a virtual employee tasked with the sole job of processing files and conversions in Vault. Setting up the Autodesk Job Processor helps automate repetitive and resource-intensive tasks, improving overall efficiency and consistency in your Vault environment by offloading tasks like PDF creation, file conversion, property synchronization, and lifecycle state changes to a dedicated machine. The job processor reduces the load on client machines and ensures that these tasks are performed consistently and accurately. It helps minimize human error, saves time, and ensures that files and metadata remain up to date without manual intervention. So what do you need to implement the job processor in your work environment? You'll need the following: a dedicated machine that meets the software requirements for your version of Vault Professional Client. This machine can be a physical machine that sits in a corner or on a virtual machine. Just ensure that this machine can connect to the Vault server. You're also going to need a job processor user set up in the Vault to handle the jobs with sufficient permissions to modify files, update properties, and execute lifecycle state changes. And lastly, you'll need a Vault license assigned to the job processor user. And you'll need a dedicated license for that job processor user. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at setting up the job processor. All right, so this is what the job processor looks like. It's just a simple little window. And to start this, go to your Windows task. Oh, let me back up a bit. So you'll need to install Vault, the Vault Professional Client on your VM or your dedicated machine. That will install the job processor. So to get to the job processor, you go ahead and click the Windows icon and all programs, and then you'll go to Autodesk Data Management, and it'll be Autodesk Job Processor and whatever version you're using for Vault. When you click that, this window will pop up, and you'll see this. If this is the first time you're starting up the job processor, you'll see this little window here to sign in. So you'll pick your authentication type for the job processor user that you set up. And that can be any one of the three types that are in Vault. You'll need to enter the server name or IP address the username for the job processor user and the associated password. Say okay. You'll also need to sign in using your Autodesk account that you created for the job processor. If the window to log into that account doesn't pop up, you can go to administration. And I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but go ahead and you sign in, and it'll take you to the Autodesk login page. You'll enter the job processor user email that you set up with Autodesk and the associated Autodesk password. So you want to make sure that you've got a username in here, the server name next to that, and the job processor username. The other thing you'll want to do is make sure that Start on Windows Login is checked. By default, it is not. And then go ahead and if it says pause down here in the lower left, just go to File and Resume. And it should say idle or processing. When it's looking for jobs, it'll change from idle to processing. And if it finds any jobs that it needs to process, you'll see the details in this window. Now that we have job processor up and running, we can go ahead and minimize that. You'll see that it kind of disappears. But if you were to click the little caret to show the hidden items, you'll see this vault icon. It says job processor. If you ever wanted to open that back up, you can just double click that and open it up. So now that that's running, we need to make sure that it is looking for jobs. And I'll show you where the job queue is if you're not familiar with that. So you want to go ahead and log into Vault. You can do this from your machine using however you log into Vault. To view the job queue, you go to Tools. You'll see Job Queue. This will open up the server queue, and it'll list all of the jobs that are pending they'll go from, in the status here, it'll say either pending, processing, or error. Any jobs that successfully get completed will just be removed from here. But now you'll also want to make sure that you are processing jobs with the job processor. To do that, you'll need to set up your lifecycles appropriately. So you go to Tools Administration, Vault Settings, Behaviors, Lifecycles. And in here, you'll want to find your lifecycle. In this case, we want to create a PDF when we release our document. So we'll go to the For Review, Lifecycle State, go to Transitions, and find our transition. So we want to create a PDF when we go from For Review to Released. So we'll click that transition and edit. And under the Actions tab, you'll find Synchronize Properties and Update Selected File Types. Here you can select the file jobs, conversion jobs that you want the job processor to process. And so you'll check whichever jobs you want. Say OK. And OK again. And then what you want to do is make sure that your permissions for the job processor user are set up accordingly. So in the released state, we want the job processor to be able to modify those files to create the PDF. So if there's a previously released version of that PDF, we want to be able to overwrite that. So the job processor needs to be able to modify files in a released state. So go ahead and give it the appropriate permissions and then say, okay. From there, you're all set up. As you process jobs, it will send those jobs to the job queue. One important thing to note is that this works great for file-based lifecycles out of the box. If you are using item-based lifecycles, you will need to create custom jobs using the Inventor or the Autodesk Vault API. And now you have a job processor set up to process those file conversions and to update properties. And as always, if you find yourself struggling with Vault issues, we're here to help. You can contact our support team by email or phone. And if you like this video and would like to see other content on Autodesk Vault or other Autodesk products, please like and subscribe.